everyone, how are you all doing today? We are going to be taking a look at your career predictions in this video. First, we're going to be taking a look at where you currently are so you can be sure that you chose the right pile, and then we'll take a look at where you're heading next, what's going to be happening in your career life. So we have three groups here. We have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Choose one of these piles that you feel called to, and you can jump right into your reading. If you chose group number 1, this is going to be a reading. We are taking a look at your career life, where you currently are and where you're going to be heading next, any sort of messages that want to come through in regards to your career. I do offer personal readings, so if you want to book your personal career reading, you can send me a message on Instagram and I'd love to do that for you. But let's take a look at these oracle cards and see what is currently happening in your career life. We have Journey. Do you dare to go in search of your destiny? Number 13, which comes down to a 4. We have How is your inner garden growing? Garden, 41, comes down to a 5. And then we have How can you cultivate a friendship with the unseen? Household spirits, number 24, which comes down to a 6. That's very interesting because we have number 4, 5, and then 6. So this talks about progression, first of all, like you're growing with wherever you are. 4 talks about a lot of stability. 5 talks about change. 6 talks about karmic cycles. You guys are very much on track spiritually when it comes to your career life. You're where you're supposed to be. With the journey here and the garden, it seems like you already have built something with where you are in your career life. Like there's also already something where you have invested your time and energy, and it's growing and it's going to continue growing, it seems like. It also feels like you're really working with the universe here. Like the universe and you are kind of working on this plan together, and this could show up in a way where you're feeling intuitive feelings, you're taking action, and the universe is the one sending you those intuitive feelings, like, okay, you need to do this now, and you just feel it and you trust that feeling and you take action. And that's how you're kind of working with the universe, and there are divine ideas that are sent to you as well. And I feel like there was a time in the past where you received a lot of divine inspiration and you kind of created something or took a certain path, and it has led you to this point. I feel like moving forward, there's gonna be this path ahead of you. Certain adjustments are gonna need to be made on this path in order for you to continue moving forward. It kind of almost feels like, you give the plant a fertilizer, right? And some plants you have to wait for a few months in order to go back and give it more fertilizer in order for it to kind of grow in the right way. That's what this kind of feels like. It's like you have a plan here. Things are growing, but then there is this period coming up here where you're going to have to do some changes in order for it to kind of stay on track. And that's where the clutter. I also feel like you guys have a very strong connection with certain animals, because we do have household spirits. It's got a mouse on it, but you guys might have a pet, or there is a certain animal that you feel pulled towards. A wolf, a dog. Like I'm picking up certain animals here that they're kind of playing this part of being your spirit guide. So, and they're kind of very much connected to your life purpose as well. And it seems like if you chose this pile, you guys are very much on path to your life purpose. And these animals sort of encourage you to continue on, or they give you messages, or they show up when something needs to be said or something needs to be told. Interesting. But yeah, so there is some sort of connection here with animals and your career life. Yeah, you guys are really blossoming here in your career life, or your career is going to be blossoming quite well if it hasn't already, or it's I feel like for a lot of you it has already, but it's going to be blossoming quite well moving forward. I'm gonna get 2 more cards to give us current energies to help you understand better what could be happening in your career life. I'm not picking up a lot of like a boss energy or someone higher than you. This feels very much like you're free. You're free in your career life. You're like free to take whichever path you please, or you're free to do whatever you wish to do on this path. That's the kind of energy I'm sensing here as well. A lot of freedom, and the universe has provided you with the freedom because they trust your ability to create abundance for yourself. Am I taking reversals or not? I don't want to take reversals in this reading, I don't think. That's another number 4 coming up here, which is the 4 of Swords. This is the energy of freedom. This is the energy of relaxing, taking a break whenever you want to. No rush. This is you basically planning ahead for your career life. Also, it almost feels like when you're sleeping, you're very much connected to the divine, and that's when you might be receiving a lot of messages through your dreams, or only when you when you sometimes you go in deep sleep and we wake up and we don't know where we are, but we just feel so relaxed and we're just ready for the day. I feel like when you have those days, you've downloaded certain messages, and your soul is almost excited to start taking action on those messages. And I feel like you have a lot of those days as well. But a lot of divine inspiration here. And I feel like moving forward, you're going to be feeling quite relaxed, quite good, and possibly planning ahead for your future. And as I was saying, time to fertilize, time to almost like renovate or make some changes. That's the kind of energy I'm sensing from your near future in your career life. And I feel like perhaps a lot of you are already sort of in the stage of just like rethinking certain things in regards to your career. A lot of cards came out reversed. Was the deck reversed or... Oh, interesting. Some of my cards are reversed. You know what? We're not taking reversals. 8 of Wands. This is forward movement. Almost feels like after you are taking certain adjustments, things are moving forward. Even right now, these are talking about current energies. I feel like you are making a lot of progress. There's a lot of communication happening. Some of you guys work in the communication field, so communication is required for your career life. This could be journalist, maybe you work in a call center, or maybe you prepare stuff. It almost feels like you're preparing stuff and then you're delivering. That's the kind of energy this is. But I feel like right now you're very much on track, and there's going to be a lot of movement that you're going to be experiencing here in your career life, especially coming your way. A lot of things are coming your way, you guys. Yeah, travel is also indicated here. Some of you guys are going to be going on some sort of journey, 8 of Wands, in your career life, or perhaps changing locations or moving somewhere else than where you currently are, energetically or physically. Let's see what is coming up next though here. Let's focus more so on future energy, Spirit. What is coming up next for group number 1? Whoa. Okay, this card really wants to come out. And it is number 44. Number 4 is very, very significant. That is January, February, March, April. April is a very significant month for you. Something might have happened in April. Something is going to happen in April. Attraction. It's the super moon card. You very, very lucky individuals you guys are. Manifest. That's the big word that I'm picking up from this card. You guys have manifested this into your reality, and you will manifest something quite big. And I don't sense anything new here. I just feel like wherever you are, it's gonna grow bigger and better. So whichever career path you're currently on, it's growing bigger and better, and you're receiving more success, and you're pulling this closer to you. You're very much in this sort of like feminine energy of just sitting back and letting things come to you. You're just resting here and things are coming to you. And this is also giving me that energy where you're just relaxing, things are coming your way. And it's because you're in divine alignment when it comes to your career life. You're right on track, you're fulfilling your life purpose. And number 44 is an angel number as well. And as I mentioned, talks about stability. So good things are coming. Let's see what we can find from the Moonology Oracle deck. What is coming up for group number 1, Spirit? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. This time could also be significant. Full moon, super moon we have coming up as well. Number 44. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. What was I saying? Working with the divine, working with the universe. And that's what I'm sensing from this card here. Spirituality and practicality, where you're receiving those spiritual downloads and you're taking practical action to make things happen. And I see you continuing to do that. And you will receive the most success the more you practice your spirituality. So the more you meditate, the more you connect with nature, the more you connect with your animals, your pets, the more you will see growth in your career life, because your connection with spirit is linked directly to your connection with your career. The more fulfilled you feel with spirit, the more fulfilled you'll feel in your career. This is encouraging you to take notes. It's encouraging you to pay close attention to the messages you receive, pay close attention to what inspires you, the intuitive feelings you're getting. Be very observant of yourself and what happens around you, because again, everything, like the more present you are, the more real and authentic you are, the more you'll be satisfied in your career life. What a beautiful reading. You guys are very, very powerful, very loved by the universe. Okay, let's see now with the tarot what we can find out. What's coming up in group number 1's career life. I was going to say group number 1st. That's strange. Maybe you guys do come first. Okay, group number 1's career life, Spirit. Okay. Would you look at that? We have the number 9 repeating itself as well. Number 9 talks about a closing of a cycle and almost like a new beginning. You're right at the edge of a new beginning. And again, this feels like this is something that is happening within the same path that you're currently on. There is some sort of uncertainty here. It seems like perhaps there were disappointments in the past, and now you're there's a part of you that wonders, is this gonna work out? Like, what if something goes wrong? There's still this fear here, but then on a good side, there's also a lot of confidence, a lot of success, a lot of trust. What's coming up towards you is almost like this coin that I'm sensing. On one side, you're gonna be a little bit hesitant, a little bit anxious because of everything that happened in the past, but then on the other side, you are gonna be receiving a lot of success. Your prosperity is it's like you're getting more, it's gaining, and with that, your confidence is gaining. I'm seeing you really treating yourself and feeling really good in your skin. Like you're feeling very proud of who you are, who you've become, and people around you are noticing you. They're noticing how you're like leveling up here. Very beautiful, and it feels like it's like number 9, same energy, but in 2 different ways. And it is quite expected. Like a lot of people do experience this when they go through some sort of major success. Like there is fear, like, is this real? Is this gonna stay? Is this temporary? Because things in the past didn't work out. Is this gonna work out? But at the same time, it is working out and you are enjoying it, you know. Let's see what else is coming up for group number 1. What's happening in group number 1's career life moving forward, Spirit? Wow, okay. Interesting. Okay, you know what's very strange about your reading is like there's so many positive messages coming up, but like it's very vague. The universe isn't really revealing like the actuality of what is it that's gonna happen in your career life. Yes, the path you're on is gonna progress. Yes, there are gonna be certain changes, but what are those changes? Maybe this is something that may bring clarity. And the thing is, this these three cards have nothing to do with your career life, but it may be affecting your career life moving forward. And I guess the universe just wants you to be careful around this. These three cards are talking about a specific connection in your life where there is some sort of deception, and it feels like this person is coming in with a lot of fire, a lot of like, they're like rushing into your life, but both of you are not in balance. Both of you, there is not really a union here. There's just a lot of deception, but this person is coming in not to because they want union, but because they have ulterior motives, let's just say. And this might be something that kind of throws you off your game. So the universe wants you to know that when this situation comes in, be very careful and make sure that you're prioritizing yourself and your goodness over whatever this situation is that is happening here. And this might be something that needs the adjustment. This might be something that needs to change, because as I was saying, fertilizer. So this could be almost like a mini lesson that you need to learn in order to get in the right mindset to make progress on the path that you're on. Or this might just be something that you need to change. You need to change the way you take action in the situation so you can actually just refocus on your career life. But there is some sort of situation coming up here, you guys. It's going to be different for every one of you separately. For some, this is a romantic interest. For others, this is a friendship with ulterior motives that is a little bit deceptive. For others, this is a co-worker, a business partner. But there is like some sort of energy that is heading your way here that isn't the most honest. So just be careful. And you know what? How can we find out who this person is, Spirit? Can you give us any messages on how we can tell who this person is so that we can be a little bit more careful? Okay, this person is going to come in. This is how you will know who this person is. They're going to come in very easily into your life. They're going to come in without any resistance. You might meet them at a gathering. You might meet them at some sort of event, and they're going to come in with an idea. So this could be something like, if this is a romantic interest, someone that comes in that you meet somewhere and you were not prepared to meet this person, and suddenly they're like, oh, why don't we hang out? Or this is someone that you meet at a work party, you were not expecting to build this connection, and then they're like, hey, I have an idea that we can work on. So it's like you're not expecting this, you don't have your guard up, and this person meets you at an event and they have an idea. Now, whoever this person is that you meet at this event, this is the person that you shouldn't trust and shouldn't rely on, and will pull you away from the success that you're currently building. So be wary. Can we get any other messages here? What is coming up in group number 1 for career life, Spirit? Wow. Again, not a lot of detail, but the universe is still delivering the messages. There is a lot of goodness here. A lot of accomplishments, a lot of awards, a lot of like satisfaction. Look at this energy. It doesn't matter if you're a masculine. The Empress is a very successful, very like abundant, full of opportunities, very nourishing sort of energy. Also very like on the receiving end. The Empress is sitting there waiting for things and opportunities and the money and everything to come in. But it's gonna happen after you let go of whatever like it is that comes your way that is a little bit deceptive, a little bit unhealthy. I'm not taking reversals. Oh, this card was under reverse too. Don't worry, it means the same thing. Reversals don't always mean the same thing, but the way I read these cards, even if this was kind of upside down, it still means the same thing. So the Devil, something unhealthy, but try to get rid of this because you have a lot of goodness here that you can focus on and watch it grow tenfolds. You guys are golden. There is nothing to stress about. Just continue doing what you're doing. If any changes come up or if any deceptive individuals come up, just toss them aside and keep moving forward because you got this. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. We're going to be taking a look at your career life, where you currently are and where you're heading next. I do offer private readings on my Instagram, so if you want to take a look at your career reading just for you, like the personal one, you can message me on Instagram and I'd love to do that for you. But yeah, I am a little bit messy today. My mind is a bit all over the place, but I'm going to really sort of calm myself and focus on your reading. These three cards here are talking about what is currently happening in your career life. So let's take a look at these cards and see what's going on. We have predators. What predatory forces are at work in your life? Wow, what predatory forces are at work in your life? We have spinning wheel. Can you spin straw into gold? Do. What within you needs to be refreshed? Wow. What misery. You guys seem quite... First of all, you guys are very hard workers. Good job. I can see that you invest a lot. Whatever you do, you try to do your best. Not even try, you just can't help it. It's in your nature. But a lot of people tend to take advantage, or they just like that you do a lot of work so they don't have to do. There are wolves here. There are people being stabbed on this card. I love this deck. It is beautiful. If you're curious, it is the Folklore Oracle by Giada Rose. Someone at work, or some people at work, don't have the best intentions at heart. And if you don't have a job, this could be just self-sabotage, where you don't have best intentions for yourself at heart. Which may be like, what? How is that even possible? Trust me, it is. Sometimes we hold negativity towards ourselves due to guilt or self-hate and things like that. We have spinning wheel though. So I do sense that a lot of you do have something that you do. And you do a lot of it and you do really well. But then there are a lot of negative energies at work as well that are kind of draining you, and maybe you're not really satisfied with where you are in your career life right now. You're wanting change, you're wanting newness, you're wanting to be recognized for all that you are and all that you do. And truth is, you're not being recognized, so it's not feeling the best, and it just like feels really stuffy and kind of like a slow defeat that just passes on from one day to the next. Woo, okay. I do sense though that where you are right now, there is almost like this new spark. Something new is emerging, like a new leaf is coming out from this dying plant, and that represents hope. So there is hope here. Something new is coming, and you can be saved. That is the kind of energy I'm sensing from your career life right now. There is hope, there is light that you can see at the end of the tunnel, but it's leading you towards somewhere new. Some of you might be looking for a new job. Some of you might be getting new ideas, getting divine inspiration. There is this newness here. Let's take some tarot cards to see what is currently happening in your career life. Star, talking about hope. And we have the High Priestess. I am not taking reversals. I said that in group number 1, and then some cards came out in reverse, and I forgot that I wasn't taking reversals, and it got quite messy, but oh well. I'm going to not take reversals and try to remember that throughout this reading. The High Priestess and the Star. This is talking about trusting the unknown and being hopeful. Right now, it seems like that's where you are. You're in the cave, you're in the darkness, and you're just having your fingers crossed that your future is going to look a little bit better. And with the star here, I do see that it's going to look better. The direction that you're currently heading towards requires a lot of vulnerability. It requires you to step out of your comfort zone, and that can be a little bit uncomfortable because it feels like wherever you are right now, you're quite comfortable in that zone. Even if it's not the most pleasant zone, it's something you're used to. It's something that where you're comfortable. But in order to have new experiences, you're really going to have to step out of your comfort zone and experience newness and be a different version of you, or be someone new. And with the star here, as they say, wish upon a star, right? You guys have been wishing for something and it is coming in. But moving forward, you're going to be presented with opportunities little by little. They could be small opportunities, but they push you out of your comfort zone. This could be something like you suddenly find yourself having a conversation that is a little bit uncomfortable, but you just want to speak your heart, and even though you're scared, you're going to have to do it. So opportunities like this, even now, and what these opportunities are doing is they're basically showing the universe that you're ready. You're ready to be different. You're ready to do something that you're afraid to do. And this is what's going to be really pushing you towards this new pathway that is more open, that is more free, where you can really just breathe and be okay. But yeah, so look for these opportunities like that. Maybe you're wanting to wear a dress that you're like not sure about, but you kind of want to, you're inspired to. But what if people judge you? Allow yourself to do it. Step out of that comfort zone. The more you do it, the faster you're going to be able to feel better and get to a better place in your career life, okay? Show the universe you're ready. Show the universe that you want to change. You're willing to do this, okay? We're gonna get some oracle cards to see what is coming your way in your career life. Now we're moving on to more so the future energies. What is coming towards group number 2 in their career life, Spirit? Action. Look at how open this person is on the card. How free. It's like their body's just open. There's no anxiety, there's none of that. They've just surrendered and they've let go and they've let their colors shine. And it is very colorful and very beautiful here in the card. And there's a full moon here, number 6, and action. What is coming towards you is you're gonna find yourself in a very pleasant place in life, in your career life, and it is going to be a very colorful, very creative, very different position, and you're gonna be someone that you never thought you could be, or you never even wanted to be, because maybe you didn't know it existed, but you're gonna be very happy that you're in this place. You're gonna have the opportunity to take action that you're very, very satisfied to take. And it's, again, action that you never thought you'd want to take because you didn't know you could, but you're going to have the opportunity to take it. So there is progress being made. You're taking control of your life. You're making moves in your life that are allowing you to feel more confident with each move you take. Some of you guys are gonna dance. I don't know, maybe it's a dance party. Maybe you like dancing, or you always like dancing, and it's almost giving me this energy of like you're flowing with the moves of the universe and you're taking action where you can. It's like you've surrendered. If someone's bothering you at work because they're not doing their job right, you're taking that as a dance move and you're just letting it be. And that's such a strange message I'm receiving, but yeah, it's like you're dancing with life and you're letting it happen and you're taking control where you can, and it's leading towards a beautiful place. You are beautiful, but you're becoming even more beautiful in your career life, in who you are as a person. And the universe is listening, the universe is watching you. Take any opportunity that comes your way to step out of your comfort zone, you guys. Take that opportunity. I do sense for some of you, a few of you, there is something coming up with dancing. And it's, I don't know, it might be unexpected for some of you, for others of you it's expected, but something about dancing is significant here. Anyways, it all makes sense when it makes sense. Let's get one more card. What is coming up towards group number 2 in their career life? What's coming up next in group number 2's career life there? Look at that. A personal issue reaches resolution. So all the negativity you've been feeling, you guys, yeah, it's gonna be disappearing quite soon, and it feels like you're playing a part in it disappearing. Any sort of issue at work will be resolved. And if you have been feeling like you're doing a lot of work and you just need a break, you will be getting that break. I know it says action, but it doesn't feel like draining action. It feels like action that you wanna take. And there's a crab here. I'm noticing the amount of legs it got. You've had your hands full for sure. And full moon in Cancer energy is more like a homebody, chilling at home, relaxing, being creative at home, baking some stuff, cooking some stuff. So it's a very sort of chill, relaxed energy. So I do feel that when it comes to your career life, things have been heavy and dark. They will be turning around for the better. And again, the faster you step out of your comfort zone, the faster you will be experiencing this change. I want to see what details I can find with the tarot. No reversals. Okay, let's see. Group number 2. What is happening in their career life moving forward? What is coming their way? Okay, I just pulled a lot of cards. I should have done one at a time. That's okay. No reversals. I'm going to just pick these cards and take one at a time. So moving forward, as I was saying, you're going to really have to show your strength, be courageous. There's going to be a lot of anxiety around this as well. Maybe you are speaking to someone. Maybe you are really like, it almost feels like you're stuck in your head and you're just contemplating, and you're just maybe in your room and it's dark and you're like overthinking certain things. How will this go? Should I do this? Should I do that? That's the kind of energy this is, and it feels heavy, and it's leading you towards this strength card. It's leading you towards this like moment in your life where you do something that requires a lot of courage. This is a major arcana card, so whatever it is that this is talking about, this is going to mark a significant moment in your life where you either do something that ends up turning you into a new kind of person, or you become this person in a way where instead of doing it, you just have some sort of realization that ends up leading you towards a new kind of person in life. I hope that makes sense. I can give you an example. Let's say you're a very shy, anxious person at school, and you're like, why am I so shy? Like, it's a realization, and the next day you're like this new person that's very cool, you know? Or this could be something like, instead of just having a realization, you are just, I don't know, how will you be taking action? I guess you changing. Yeah. Realization leads to action, right? So you're having some sort of realization where you're overthinking, but you're taking action, which is leading you towards a new version of yourself. So that's what's coming up right away, like in the next few weeks, maybe a few days for a lot of you. And I feel like this is going to be the turning point, because the rest of the cards that you guys got, interesting. Okay, so what's happening after this? We have 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups came out first, I think, though. This talks about celebration. It talks about being surrounded by love, being surrounded by support. And then 10 of Pentacles, a lot of financial gain, financial abundance. And I feel like this was almost already here. You just couldn't focus on this because you were so much focused on this negativity here. And if this is talking about you not having a job for some of you, it's basically saying that once you get out of your head, you're going to see that the opportunities to make money are right there. And there is definitely some sort of success here that is coming up that is going to be worth celebrating. And this is all energetic, you guys. Once you have this realization, or once you internally come to a point, this internal shift will lead to this external shift also. So there is something worth celebrating coming up. There is an accomplishment here. There is abundance, a feeling of satisfaction here for you guys. So get ready for that. And then we are going to be taking a look at these two cards. First of all, 3 of Swords. Now this talks about almost like an ache of the past. So whatever has happened, I do feel that it's going to require some time. There are going to be days here moving forward, even though things have changed, where you are going to be feeling somewhat low, and this is emotions that you will have to work through. And it is quite normal, like when we go through a period of heaviness or deal with something that's not the greatest, even though things change, a part of us still needs to kind of process what has happened in order to fully release it. And I feel that that's basically what this card is talking about. As you move forward, there will be almost like this closure period where you're really sort of releasing and letting it go and accepting what has happened. And then we have the Lovers, and this is basically saying that you will be right on track after. The Lovers is two things that are destined for each other really coming together. And I do feel that after this situation has sort of closed out from your life and you are on this new trajectory in your life where you are succeeding and you're surrounded by support and positivity, this is going to be an alignment in your life purpose or to your life purpose. This is going to be a path where you're really meant to be moving forward on it, and that heaviness is going to be a part of your past. So there's not going to be a lot of that returning to your life. There's going to be just focus on accomplishment. And if there are lessons to be learned, they will be in different parts of your life, not in your career life. Yeah, and also different message. There could be different things that are aligning in your life as well when your career gets aligned. So this could be different relationships in your life that are really strengthening as well, because once we are in alignment with our life purpose, a lot of things in our life that are different also start to get aligned, because it's just the vibration that we're holding at that time. I'm gonna get one last card because I feel like there's supposed to be one more card here. Let's get one last card for group number 2. One last card for their career life in the future, Spirit. The Fool. Last message, which is just a repeated message. Be willing to step out of your comfort zone. It's time to be a new version of you. It's time to start a new chapter. Because if you keep acting the same way, you're going to keep repeating the same cycle that is a little bit unpleasant. So if you're wanting pleasant experiences, you have to change something about the way you are acting, not about other people. You hold the power, so change. Change your actions, change your words, and you will experience change in your reality also. You guys are about to begin a new chapter, and it's a chapter of freedom. It's a chapter of happiness, of success, of you being in your power and you being confident. So be confident and take the first step, you guys. That's all I'm picking up from your reading. I hope it resonated, and I will see you in the next one. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what is happening in your career life right now and where you're headed next, what is going to be coming up. I do offer private readings on my Instagram, so if you're wanting a personal career reading, you can send me a message on there, and I'd love to do that for you. Let's take a look at these 3 cards that are talking about what is currently happening in your career life. We have Will-O-the-Wisp. Will you follow foolish fire or your heart's true knowing? Almost giving me the energy of when I was in high school, I didn't want to be normal. I didn't want to have a 9-to-5 job. I wanted something different, you know? And I feel like every kid feels that. And then you grow up and you end up in the same kind of job, 9-to-5, Monday to Friday. But was that my heart's true knowing when I was a teenager? Or was that just foolish fire? I think that's the biggest question of all. Like, how do you know if that's foolish fire or your heart's true knowing? I also remember when I was shuffling your deck or these cards for you, there was this confusion. There was this uncertainty and almost like this fog. And looking at this card again, I am sensing the same energy. Let's see what else we get for you. What might you unlock? Door. This is kind of interesting. Inspirational. Not inspirational. What's the word? Exciting, I guess? And then we have curse. What dark energy can you cast off? You guys might be feeling like rebels. You might be feeling like you have plans, you have passions, but people are just holding you back. And there's this confusion. There's this inner turmoil here. Like, are you wrong? Are you foolish, or are they foolish? because the passion in you is like, oh no, you're right, you should be doing this, other people are just crazy. But then there's also this part of you where like, are you sure? What if I am the crazy one? A lot of like uncertainty I'm sensing here. But then there's also an opportunity here, an opportunity where you can kind of create something for yourself. And this door might lead you towards success, it might lead you towards failure, and you don't know. You don't know. People are saying, don't go through it, and you kind of want to. Maybe a lot of you already have. Uh, um, you guys are choosing a different path. You're choosing a more of a unique direction in life, and it's not in alignment with the people around you. You might be the black sheep of the family. You might be people around you are not on the same track as you, and that can be very, very difficult when you are seeing a future that they're not able to see. And truth is, if you can see it, that's your reality. And other people don't have to see that same future in order for you to get there. If you can see it, you can just follow in the direction of it and you will get there. And even when you get there, other people might still not be able to see it, and that's okay. You are there and you know that, right? And wow, that's deep. Anyways, okay, so will you follow foolish fire or your heart's true knowing? So there's definitely a lot of uncertainty here. There's definitely an opportunity here. And then you're having to deal with a lot of like the negativity and the backlash from this could be your coworkers, this could be people around you and your family, this could be even your own internal thoughts, the own negativity that you have within yourself. There's a self-limiting energy within you that has been put by others, maybe when you were growing up, that you're having a lot of difficulty now battling this energy. And the best thing to do in the situation, instead of battling that within yourself, is to accept that it's there. You don't need to accept that as truth. You just need to accept that it's there and let it be there. Let it be okay. Yes, you're having a fear around this thing, but that's okay. Let it be there and do it anyways, right? We have 8, 3, and 5. It seems like you guys are almost like repeating a pattern in your life that you have repeated before. So this could be that maybe you're trying something out and you have tried something out in the past and maybe that wasn't for you, but you felt same sort of energy. This could also be related to a past life as well. But whatever this is really helping you expand your being, who you are as a person. You're really expanding through this experience. And this is not just about your career life. This is about who you are. This is about your heart, your passions. It feels like you're really discovering this truth within yourself through having this experience. And then number 5, 32 comes down to a 5, and that represents change. So I do see that even though you might be on the right path, or even though there's uncertainty, something still needs to change in order for you to be aligned with your life purpose. So you're not quite there yet, but these energies around you are really helping you get there. Let's get some tarot cards to see where you currently are in your career life. Hey, we have the Sun. You guys are very free spirits. It's like you want to live life on your own terms. And we have the Hierophant, and we have the tradition here. So this is so funny. Anyways, so there is this tradition, this sort of like a traditional energy around you. This could be your family. This could be the kind of job you might be at and you don't want to be, but very traditional energy. And then we have the Sun, which is literally a child. Like, imagine taking a child to the church and expecting them to act politely, that's accepting of society, like dress nice. Like, a child is gonna cry if a child wants to cry, even when everyone's supposed to be silent in church. You know what I mean? Like, So it's like your energy is very different. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. And with the sun here, you're really wanting to be creative. You're wanting to be free. You're wanting expansion and adventure. But then there's this energy here of no, 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 you're not supposed to do that. There is this energy here of something stopping you and expecting you to shift yourself and be something else. And that's all related to your career life in a sense, because this is a career reading, which is very interesting. I'm curious to see how that's playing out in your life. So leave a comment below if you wanna, if you feel comfortable sharing. But yeah, right now there is clarity. It feels like you kind of like have a vision of where you want to go, as I was saying before as well, and you can see happiness in that direction, but something is in the way, something is blocking it. The door right now is not fully open, it's kind of closed. And you see the bird here? Is this a birdhouse over here? Huh, I'm like the bird flying out of it through this little hole. Weird. But yeah, I was mentioning in group number 2 as well, I'm feeling a little messy, a bit all over the place, so please don't mind me getting a little bit off the track. So yeah, these are two major kind of cards as well here. So I do feel that the energies you are working through are really sort of significant. Like these energies right now are determining the course of your life. They're determining who you are gonna be in the future. So these are very significant energies. Let's take a look at where you are going in your future. What is coming your way here? Group number 3, Spirit. What is coming their way in the future, in their career life? Future of their career life. Spirit, group number 3. Wow. Purity. Number 30. You have another 30 here. You have 30 door, 30 purity. You guys are gonna be very authentic moving forward. It seems like something is calling you. This doorway over here is really calling you, and you're feeling really pulled towards this doorway. And people are not able to see it. You see, the world is black and white. I mean, it's got both sides, positivity and negativity. And when it comes to your life purpose, you're all light. Like there's a lot of light here, and people can't see that. It's too bright for them, okay? And you're going to be feeling pulled in this direction, and it's going to require a lot of authenticity, and I'm seeing you doing it. So even if you're not quite sure, like if you're feeling pressured, it's for you, and you're going in the direction of that. And it feels like, you see how this person's eyes are covered? So a lack of trust is present due to societal expectations, but it's gonna happen. It's meant to happen, you guys. And I'm seeing you moving in this direction of this door, this opportunity, this pathway. Is this your life purpose? Time will tell. I'll let you know if the cards say anything. But this is a very beautiful energy. I wonder what it is that you guys are meant to do. It feels something very pure, like very, like it can be spiritual in a way as well. Maybe you guys are meant to be artists, or maybe you're meant to be like spiritualists, or something religious, or no, that's traditional in a way. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it's like it's very unique. Let's see what else we can find out. Future of group number 3's career life, Spirit. Wow. Well, confidence is the key to success. Leo energy. This is also Leo energy here. So Leo is all about standing out. Leo is about not staying with the crowd, instead kind of moving up and letting them watch you, and liking and liking the fact that they're watching you. Confidence is the key to success. Whatever this thing is, you guys need to really have that trust within yourself. Even if people are not trusting you, even if a part of you isn't trusting you, there is a part that still trusts you. Focus on that part. The more confident you are, the more bold you take this step, the better things will go for you, the more success you'll be able to reach. It's basically asking you to just throw yourself into it, which is very interesting, because that's not how this reading started. There was uncertainty here, but this card is basically saying throw yourself into it. Purity is also giving me the same energy. It's like, even though you're not sure, you're being pulled into it, and this is saying don't just be pulled into it, move in the direction of that with confidence, because this is something that is for you. It's a very powerful, very like innovative energy that I'm sensing here. Let's see what we can find out with the tarot here. Okay, group number 3, Spirit. What's next in their career life? What's coming up here? 7 of Swords. This is the energy of those around you. What's coming up next is self-avoidance, or I'm seeing you avoiding something. That's the kind of energy it's like you're trying to delay the process, and possibly other people. I feel like there is someone around you that kind of believes in you, but then is also pressured by certain expectations, so they're focusing more so on the pressure than more so on you. And this is you as well, so it's like mirroring. So how you're feeling about yourself deep down is how someone else is feeling about you as well. There is trust, but then there's also fear and avoidance on like, you don't want to look at the issue, you don't want to look at what this opportunity is. What a strange career reading. What is this about? Let's see. Whoa. Then we have 7. So the number 7 is repeated twice, and that is January, February, March, April, May, June, July. I'm posting this video in July, so if you're watching this right away, this month may be quite significant for you. 7 of Wands is also talking about another blockage. There might be blockages on the way here for you. This could be put in by other people, this could be put in by you, but this card is also saying that you have what it takes to work through these blockages. Whatever this path that you're on, yes, it's shaded, yes, there are blockages, but you are strong enough. You need confidence, and you need your strength in order to make it through, in order to get to the other side. Look at that, 10 of Wands. I do see you being able to make it through here. It does feel like on this path, it might feel a little bit unfair, because it's going to feel like you're having to carry all the burden by yourself, but you can do it. And I feel like there's going to be an opportunity here, or this moment in the future, where you will be able to release the burden, and you will be able to let it go. But for a little while, you're going to have to carry all of these wands up the hill. But once you're there, you can drop them, and you can be free. 10 of Wands also talks about a closing of a chapter here, closing of a cycle. So I sense some sort of moment coming up in your career life, where there's an ending, where you've reached some sort of breaking point. Not breaking point, it's like some point where like a shift happens, a shift occurs, and you're able to move on to the next phase in your career life. So there is some sort of shift coming up, but then there's also this sense of heaviness that you're having to carry by yourself. But both of these cards are saying you are strong enough to do so. And then we have the Hanged Man. So after you have released the heaviness, there is this stillness. Your perspective is shifting. There's not a lot of movement happening, and you're able to just see things from a different perspective. You're able to just relax, and the universe is putting this on you because you have been going through a lot. So there is this period coming up of stillness where not a lot of movement is happening, and you're just given a lot of time to think, process, reflect, and make up your mind about something. And this is a major arcana card, so after all of this has happened, this is destined, this moment of reflection, I feel like it's gonna be a few days to a few weeks, this time coming up, where you're just having a shift in perspective, you're connecting certain dots within yourself, and as a result able to move forward. And then we have the High Priestess. You're gonna have to really trust the uncertainty. You're gonna have to trust the mystery. The high priestess is not knowing, it's mysterious, but it's also intuition. You're gonna have to really follow your intuition, because I feel like the path ahead, it hasn't been taken, like, by people around you. It hasn't been taken, and you don't know fully how it is or what it is, but your intuition will lead you. Things will be revealed in divine timing, and you will be safe. All you have to do is listen to that intuition and trust the process. Let's get 2 more cards to see what else we can find out about where you're heading in your career life. 2 from the 3. Okay. Wow. Oh. See, uncertainty we're talking about, not knowing, oh, what are they saying? What are they thinking? What should I do? Should I listen to them? That is disappearing in the future. The path that you're on, the person you're meant to be through this experience is this. It doesn't matter if you're a masculine or a feminine, this is just an energy. You are meant to be very sure of yourself. You're meant to be very clear in your mind. You're meant to have a lot of power in your career life, over your life in general. You're meant to be wise. You're meant to be the one that can support others. And I feel like this is going to happen because you're going to see that when you listen to others, how hard life can become. But when you trust yourself and ignore the voices in your ears, how easy life can become. And I feel like this is the experience that's teaching you that. You're going to be someone that is a great communicator, that is very sharp with tongue and with mind, and not afraid to make both decisions in life. And with the Emperor, this is a very stable energy. This is a very powerful energy. People go to this person for advice, because you would have gotten to a place that people, again, that beautiful place, that in your vision, right, that magical place, you would be there, so people want to come to you and ask you how to get there too, because maybe they also have negativity in their ears, right? So you're going to be the one to get to that place and have people come to you. This is where you're headed in your career life. You're really in a high place here moving forward, which is a beautiful energy to receive in a reading. And this is also a major arcana, so you're destined to get here, you guys. This is in your destiny. So there is patience and reflection in your destiny. There is uncertainty and a little bit of fear, and learning to have trust, and then there's power. You guys are going to be very powerful. But that's all I'm picking up here from this reading, and it was a pleasure doing a reading, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.